So then Triple H introduced Paul Lee, and Paul came out and looked at the new belt and then waddled to the ring. And Paul did a promo in the ring. And, it's better to listen to Paul than anybody else on this program, but Jesus Christ, nobody is in a hurry at all to get to any kind of a point. And the show-long thread was that Roman, Solo, and Paul are going to SmackDown. They got drafted Friday, 3 of them at the same time. But tonight, the fate of the Usos will be decided. And he's going to address them in private tonight. And then the Usos are going to deal with the baby faces at Backlash. And Friday, a week from Friday, Roman's going to address multiple issues and blah, blah, blah. And then, see, I had to write all this down. And then Paul started talking about freaking jokes and freaking clowns that were challenging Roman Reigns. And of course, that means that here came Seth Franklin Rollins. And they stood there while the crowd went, oh. This is all the same segment, by the way. The first segment of the draft and now into this.
To make sure you get nonstop commercials the rest of the show.
Well, and I know, and this was casual, scripted conversation between two buds. We're kind of tense with each other. Paul gets a phone call in the corner. Seth makes the fans sing louder so Paul can't hear Roman. So there's more singing. Oh, oh. And then finally, Paul tells Seth that he's pissing Roman off, and Seth asks the fans how long it would take him to stomp Paul's head in. And he's counting down from 5 when here comes more music. And Jesus, it's Solo. And Solo gets in the ring, and Paul just holds him back and says, hey, Roman Reigns is pulling strings for a match tonight between you, Seth Franklin Rollins, and Solo. And Seth said, well, never mind the string pulling. I'll accept right now. And he struck a pose, and they all walked off. And we were half an hour into the fucking program.
What did you think of some of what Heyman was saying there about the idea of Roman Reigns going for the other belt? We hadn't even thought about that, the idea that Roman Reigns could go for the other belt, because then beyond the idea of him winning it and having a third belt, the idea of him getting to the finals and losing is another option. And then,
well,
again, with him and Cody, there's unresolved shit. How else are we going to get there?
A lot of that might just be swell if they hadn't already just said that Roman Reigns was drafted to SmackDown and the new world champion would be exclusive to Raw.
So why was Heyman saying all that?
So why was Heyman? Because they can't even keep track. That's what I'm saying to you right now.
Heyman's face when Rollins was counting down and Solo finally came out, the way it changed to confidence was great. He's so good out there. He's the best. He really is.
He's always great. But there you have the most cunning linguist in all of pro wrestling that can't even keep all these loopholes in logic straight. How would it be possible that if, again, they've talked about free agents are able to go to both programs, generally the job guys that are going to just get beat and or almost who we don't want to get tired of on any one program, and Brock Lesnar, who they'll take him in their home movies if they can talk him into showing up. But if Roman's is on SmackDown and the world champion is exclusive to Raw, how is Roman going to go after or challenge for unless they just start crossing back, in which case, what the fuck? Would you like me to continue?
Would I like you to? I expect you to continue.
All right, that's a better way to phrase it.